It is the first day of Packers training camp, and TMJ4's Lance Allen is live in Green Bay. And Lance, it almost feels like that first day of school for Packers fans as well as the team.
No doubt about it. Practice just wrapping up, Adriana, just moments ago. And a lot of times when it rains or if the ground gets wet, they go inside the Don Hudson Center. Well, guess what? Matt LaFleur said, hey, bring your raincoats. We're going outside. You can tell the sun came out. A beautiful day for practice as they practiced for about an hour and a half. Let's show you what happened earlier today. First day of training camp. The tradition continues. The players on the kids' bikes. They build bonds for life. And I asked Matt LaFleur why the first day of training camp and what that means to him.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's, I mean, what a great place. We got so much great tradition here, you know, from our guys riding the bikes over with the kids. And then just kind of, it's our first chance to get together as a football team and go out there and practice and, you know, try to develop our habits, our standards, and really our expectations for what the 2023 season is going to be all about.
The fans, the kids with the bikes waiting for the players to come out. And obviously, yeah, they want to set a tone because this is a relatively young team. Jordan Love out there, a lot of new pieces and parts. We are live in Green Bay. Lance Allen, TMJ4 Sports. Adriana, there you see everyone waiting for the pack to come out.
I love to see it. I love to see the kids with the bikes and just all the fans really excited to see the players. All right, thank you so much, Lance. Now, we've heard about the team, but fans, you can see there, are also full of excitement as training camp gets underway. And our Bruce Harrison is live for us this morning. He's been talking to fans this morning. And Bruce, looks like you are in the season of love right there.
Sorry, Adriana, I tried to pull big number 10 Jordan Love over here for an interview. You're going to have to settle for me, but it's been a great morning of practice. A cool breeze, low 70s in the temp. The fans say they're just simply thrilled to be here on day one of training camp. Now, the players filed in, as you heard a bit from Lance, into Ray Nitschke Field this morning, shaking hands, signing autographs. Now let's talk about the weather a bit. If it does rain today or later this week, fans say they're prepared with ponchos, umbrellas. Heat also a bit of a concern. Temps may reach the low 90s tomorrow. Some fans says they're ready. They've got cold packs and fans to make sure they stay cool out here. The team says it's following NFL hydration protocol, and if it gets too hot, they can just head inside the Don Hudson Center.
It's a great time to be here, the camaraderie with the families and the kids on the bikes, watching the big giants push a little Tyler bike down the row and everything. It's awesome.
Giving you a look right now at Ray Nitschke Field. Practice just wrapping up, and stick around for the news at noon. Back at 12:30, you'll hear from me again. We'll have more reaction from fans as they are hopeful for the Jordan Love era. Adriana?
All right, Bruce, work on getting that interview for us with Jordan Love there. We appreciate you. You're better anyways. Thanks, Bruce. All right, new this afternoon, the Cardinal Search University campus has now been sold. The Ramirez Family Foundation, a group focused on educational ministries and supports St. Augustine Prep, says it has acquired the campus for $24 million. The foundation said in a statement, the campus's excellent location, spacious facilities, and rich educational and spiritual heritage closely align with the vision and mission of the Ramirez Family Foundation. Now, back in May, Cardinal Search University closed its doors and put the 43.5-acre campus on the market. And according to the foundation, specific plans for the campus are still being developed. Well, right now, Cudahy police are asking for your help in identifying women accused of stealing money meant for a kids' charity. Now, $6,000 was what meant for Wisconsin burn camp, and that is now missing. After reviewing security footage, police are now searching for 3 suspects, 2 women who allegedly stole the bank bag, and 1 man who drove them away in a silver Chevy Cruze. And here's one more look at those suspects police are searching for. You can share their photos from our TMJ4 News Facebook page. If you have any information, Cudahy Police would like to hear from you. One update now to a story that we've been following. A 20-year-old man was arrested for the deadly shooting at Washington Park. Police responded to the park at around 3 a.m. on Tuesday. They found the 22-year-old victim, Naquan Henry, shot multiple times. He died at the scene. And another Milwaukee family is mourning the loss of a child from gun violence. The victim, a 9-year-old boy. Surveillance video shows the frantic moments after that shooting happened inside a car on Monday night at a shopping center near 76 and Mill Road. The medical examiner's office has identified that victim as 9-year-old Harwinder Singh. He was a 4th grader at Milwaukee College Prep. It is unclear what led up to the gunfire. Police did take a 42-year-old man and a 14-year-old boy into custody. And just last week here in Milwaukee, 3 children under 5 years old were shot and injured within 72 hours of each other. And with the recent violence involving kids, a local organization is offering free gun locks today. And TMJ4's Kaylee Starl has more about what they hope to accomplish.
The United Neighborhood Centers of Milwaukee is working to reduce gun violence and create a safer community. One way that they're doing that is by giving away these. Every Wednesday at their home office on North Avenue, they distribute gun locks from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. However, you can stop by anytime. Just last month, 10 people under the age of 18 were shot in Milwaukee. They say this isn't the only thing that needs to happen, but that locks like these are a step in preventing unintentional shootings.
When kids are getting their hands on guns in these accidental situations that are happening way too often, they're not locked. We simply ask everyone to lock their gun and put it out of reach.
One woman comes in weekly to hand out these locks to people in her community.
I don't want the kids to get shot and stuff like that, so I want to help the community where the kids won't get shot.
There are 8 other centers around the city where you can grab one of these gun locks, and they are absolutely free. Reporting in Milwaukee, Kaylee Starl, TMJ4 News.
All right, thanks, Kaylee. On to Waukesha now, where 2 police officers were injured while trying to arrest a man for theft. Now, according to police, just before 8 p.m., a man came into the police department to make a complaint on his neighbor. But officers then determined that man was a suspect in a separate case. Now, according to the Waukesha Police Department, when officers attempted to arrest the man, he began to resist and ran outside of the building. Now, law enforcement then wrestled the man down in front of the lawn, which you can see right here. During the incident, one officer was elbowed in the face and another was punched in the head. They were treated at the hospital and have been released. The man was transported to the Waukesha County Jail. Well, Wisconsin Marine is among the 3 service members found dead near Camp Lejeune in North Carolina. 19-year-old Tanner Kaltenberg was from Madison. Deputies found the men's body in a car at a gas station while responding on Sunday to a missing persons call. Now, investigators say they did not find any drugs in the car and there is no evidence of foul play. So it looks like you had mentioned Burlington with some trees down. It looks like in the town of Burlington, there's about 296 customers that are currently without power. Across Wisconsin, 4,409 customers without power. So we're seeing this storm definitely impact people across Wisconsin, specifically here in southeast Wisconsin, because that is where we're seeing the majority of these power outages. So
I think we'll keep an eye on that We Energy's outage map to see that number. If it continues to go up, that's likely going to be an indication to us that there was more damage. So
yeah, you can definitely see by that Racine Tower cam, just with the flag moving around so quickly and just how dark it looked like there. Those storms pretty severe. So once again, have a plan in place if you are outside, and always download our TMJ4 app to stay updated with the weather. All right, thanks, Kristen. The time is now 12:23, and we'll be right back after the break.
TMJ4 News Today.
All right, good morning to you. Thank you for watching us here on TMJ4 News Today on this Thursday morning, here with our meteorologist, Brendan Johnson. He has a look at your forecast. Brendan, today could be what is considered the hottest day of the year.
Yeah, so far, and certainly looks like we're going to cap those temperatures today. Might have them return tomorrow for a brief time before the cool down begins. And of course, we're talking about showers and storms. But yes, heat index values could climb close to 100 degrees, especially for areas away from Lake Michigan.
Now on to a potential case of road rage resulting in a shooting and a crash in West Dallas on Wednesday. According to police officers, they received reports of shots fired out on Greenfield Avenue. Police say 2 drivers stopped on the street, which led to a physical altercation. During the fight, one driver shot the other driver. Deborah Molinaro witnessed and recorded the aftermath.
I left the BP that's a couple blocks up, came up here, and some squads were already in front of me. And then when I pull in here, there's all kinds of squad cars, both ends, with all the cops behind their cars with all their guns drawn.
The driver who was shot, a 37-year-old New Berlin man, fled the scene. He hit another driver and continued until he crashed into a light pole near 124th and Greenfield. The other driver, a 25-year-old Milwaukee man, remained at the scene and is in custody. A firearm was recovered. A Milwaukee family is heartbroken after a 15-year-old was shot and killed on Tuesday. It happened near 33rd and Center. The medical examiner's office identified that teen as Raul Rios. Family members describe Raul as an outgoing person who always loved dancing. Milwaukee police say around 5:30 Tuesday night, the teen was shot on North 33rd Street. Raul's mother is overcome with grief.
I want my baby back so bad. My world is gone. My everything is gone.
Yeah, your heart can't help but just break for that mother. And Raul's family says they want to know what happened. Milwaukee police are searching for an unknown suspect at this time. Well, it took a jury in Green Bay 30 minutes of deliberation on Wednesday to find a woman guilty of murdering and dismembering her boyfriend last February. Police say 25-year-old Taylor Shabiznis admitted to strangling the man at a home during a sexual encounter, then using kitchen knives to carry out the rest of the crime. The trial moves to a second phase today, focusing on if she is responsible or if she was suffering from a mental disease at the time. A 16-year-old is waking up in the hospital this morning facing multiple surgeries after the sheriff's office says he was shot in the back in a crowded Sherman Park. Deputies say up to 100 teens were gathered in near the ballpark area at Sherman Park when a fight broke out, which led to gunfire, then the 16-year-old being shot. Now that teen was the 82nd victim under 18 to survive being shot in Milwaukee this year alone. Montreal Kane with MERA Response Team, which stands for Monitor, Engage, Recommend, and Advocate, says he has been working for the past 6 years to mediate arguments between young people. For them to learn the answer is peace over violence.
I think young people need safe spaces and de-escalation resources, how to cope, how to express themselves, and find ways to say, you know what, you're hurting me right now. I don't like the way this makes me feel.
Now, there is a week-long initiative called Take Our Communities Back, supported by Milwaukee Police, Fire, and local organizations. This includes a supervised overnight event for teens who have parental permission on Friday night into Saturday morning that is full of positive events. You can learn more by clicking on this story on our website at tmj4.com. And that brings us to a troubling trend that continues to impact the community and the city of Milwaukee. More kids are being murdered than any other year. 132 children have been killed in Milwaukee since 2017, 96 of those in the last 3.5 years. Community organizers are most disturbed at the high number of African American kids dying. 84% of kids killed in Milwaukee since 2017 are black, and they want to see a change.
Well, we see black children dying every single day, and there's no sense of urgency to stop the problem or prevent that from happening.
Now, community organizer Dennis Walton is opening a juice bar near 47th and Fond du Lac Avenue to provide a safe space for kids to learn and have something to do to keep them off the streets. He expects that to open next month. They are prepared for the weather as training camp kicks off. Hundreds of fans watched practice at Ray Nitschke Field yesterday. Storm clouds threatened rain, but they moved out before the team's scrimmage. Now, the heat is another concern with the forecast for the 90s today. The team says it's following the NFL's hydration protocols and they'll move inside if necessary. Fans say rain, hot sunshine, or freezing cold, they're still behind the pack.
Anticipated. I was at the hotel, I was checking the weather report, and I geared up. So I made sure I had the right equipment with me when I came up and stuff like that.
Yeah, and volunteers handed out fans with new starring QB Jordan Love's face on them. And many Packer fans say they're hopeful for a new era of football in Green Bay. And there's so much that makes Milwaukee great, but people like you are a huge part of it. And we want to show you just a little bit of love during our Positively Milwaukee Awards. Help us by nominating the people that make our community great. People like Lorraine Kuffler, our Inspiring Senior Award winner last year. Lorraine volunteers at Kathy's House, a guest house for people receiving medical treatment.
They don't know what a big city is like. They're scared. They have big problems, and we make them feel comfortable, safe. We take care of their needs that they have outside of the hospital.
And help us find all the amazing people who build our community up to be a great place. Nominate someone you know that's making an impact for a Positively Milwaukee award. You can do that by visiting our website at tmj4.com/awards to see the full list of categories. Well, the time is now 4:43, and up next on TMJ4 News Today, temperatures, well, they are expected to soar today. And if you need a place to cool off, we got you covered. That's why American Airlines is suing a popular travel website. We'll have those details after the break. All right, welcome back. Well, we are bracing for the hottest day of the year. And if you are looking for a place to cool off today, then we got you covered. The heat is no joke. And according to the Milwaukee Health Department, in a normal year, more than 600 Americans die of heat complications. Now, you can always head to a pool, splash pad, or to the lake to cool off. The city also has designated cooling centers like public libraries where you can do so much while beating the heat.
Log onto a computer, check your email, surf the web, read the news. There are videos that can be viewed, just a lot of different activities.
Yeah, lots to do there while staying cool, and senior centers in the city are also cooling sites. Now, we have a full list of places where you can get out of that heat and just cool off. Just click on the story at tmj4.com. And that's really what people are going to want to do today, Brendan. Limit their time outside, because this is going to be what is expected to be the hottest day of the year so far.
Yeah, especially when you factor in that humidity as well, Adriana, where we get those heat index values